To most people, this is just a 5,000-litre water tank, but to Mustaqim, it's a boat waiting to be built. He cuts the tank in a way that it unfolds into one long, flat sheet. And at 10 millimeters thick, this high-density polyethylene plastic is tough enough to handle the open water. Next, he moves on to cutting and assembling the wooden frame, the backbone that gives this boat its shape and strength. It is called a hard chine, flat-bottomed skiff, where a rigid frame is built first and then covered with hull material. This is the first transverse frame of the boat hull. He builds two more just like it, and once all three are joined together, they form the stern, the rear end of the boat. With the stern frame in place, he joins two long planks to extend the frame all the way to the front end of the boat, the bow. The boat is upside down at this stage, but those upper planks will eventually become the gunnels, the top edge of the hull sides. He then runs chine logs along the lower side of the hull, reinforcing the entire frame where the flat bottom meets the sides. At the bow, he cold bends the long planks by hand, forcing them to curve and taper toward the front, then screwing them directly into the bow stem to lock the shape permanently. He deliberately shapes the stern ribs in a V to cut through water, while the center and forward ribs gradually flatten out. The keel runs the full length, connecting them all, giving the hull one smooth, continuous curve from stern to bow. The vertical side frames running between the gunnels and chine logs define the full height of the hull sides, holding everything at a fixed distance and giving the skin a solid surface to attach to. Using an electric hand planer, he bevel fares each frame edge, shaving them down to the exact same angle so the plastic hull skin sits perfectly flush with no gaps. Before any plastic skin goes on, he lines every joint and screw point along the stern with strips of recycled tire rubber. It acts as a gasket seal, because even the smallest gap at a screw point is enough to let water in. Drywall screws are driven straight through the water tank plastic into the wooden frame behind, locking the stern panel permanently into place. Next, he cuts the water tank sheet into several sections that must precisely match the exact shape of their position on the hull. He holds each plastic sheet against the frame and traces the exact outline directly onto it, giving him a precise cutting line that matches the hull shape perfectly. This work demands real craftsmanship. Every cut has to follow the line exactly, with no room for error. Before placing the hull skin, he installs segments of pipe along the hull frame. Each one positioned deliberately, ready to serve a purpose later in the build. But every seam around each pipe is sealed watertight. Hull skin goes on. Each plastic panel is placed into position and driven down with screws directly into the wooden frame beneath. Where two plastic panels meet, he runs a soldering iron along the seam, melting shaved plastic fiber directly into the joint, fusing both panels into one continuous watertight bond. This is the perfect time to smoothen the walls, grinding down any raised edges and rough spots until the surface is clean and even. The build now shifts to internal reinforcement. The internal walls, called bulkheads, divide the hull into separate compartments, tying both sides of the boat together, preventing the hull from flexing. And containing any water ingress, so a single leak never floods the entire boat. Two components of rigid polyurethane foam are mixed together in equal ratio. Liquid mixture is poured quickly into the compartments inside the hull before the chemical reaction kicks in. Almost immediately, the foam begins to expand, crawling through every hidden gap and cavity, filling spaces that would be impossible to reach by hand. Once it hardens, it forms a dense internal core that increases the boat's flotation, stiffness, and overall safety on the water. Decking over the bow serves two purposes. It seals the front from taking on water and spray while locking both sides of the hull together at the most stressed point on the entire boat. He drills a hole through it, creating direct access to pour polyurethane foam liquid into the cavity beneath and fill every hidden void under the decking. Once the foam expands and pushes out through the hole, he trims it back down to level, clearing just enough space so the wooden plug fits cleanly back into place. The stern deck gets the same treatment, decked over with planks, filled with foam, and trimmed back level before the final cover goes on. Next, he turns his attention to the interior side walls. Drives screws through each plank, fixing them firmly against the interior sides of the hull. These interior side walls protect the structural frame from inside, cover the screw points and seams, and give the hull a clean, finished surface along both sides. The stern section is deliberately cut down to create a transom notch, positioning the outboard motor at exactly the right height so the propeller sits at the correct depth below the waterline for maximum thrust and efficiency. At the stern, a thick wooden transom pad is fixed to the rear panel, spreading the outboard motor's force and vibration so the transom never cracks under the load. A wooden cap strip is fitted along the top of the gunnel to finish the upper edge of the entire hull. With the walls lined and the compartments defined, it is now time to give this boat a proper floor. Wooden planks are laid across the floor, stringers and ribs, running from one side of the hull to the other. If this build kept you watching, there is plenty more on Lord Gizmo. Hit subscribe and stay with us for builds just like this one. He mixes the polyurethane foam liquid and pours it into the center cavity, then works his way along the gunnel. Filling every hollow space from the middle of the hull all the way to the top edges. stainless steel frame is constructed above the hull to support a tent fabric roof. Stainless steel is chosen deliberately. It resists corrosion, handles constant exposure to salt and moisture, and stays structurally solid for years on the water. Notice the water draining out through the stern pipe. That is exactly what it was placed there for. Before any paint touches this boat, it is thoroughly washed down, removing every trace of dust and sawdust from the entire build process. A protective undercoat goes on first, conditioning the surface and giving the top coat a solid base to bond to. The first full coat covers the entire boat in white, creating a clean, uniform foundation for the final colors. The finished boat comes out in blue and white, with bold red lettering reading EGA Fishing across the side. Handles are fitted to the storage compartment lids, making them easy to open and close on the water. These compartments do more than just store gear. Fishing equipment, ropes, life jackets and safety tools all have a dedicated place. What started with a water tank ends with a sewing needle. The tent fabric is stitched, pulled over the steel frame, and secured, giving this boat its final protective roof. The tent fabric stretched across the stainless steel frame does more than just complete the look. It turns this boat into a genuinely comfortable working vessel. Out on the water for long hours, that roof keeps the temperature down and the sun off, while sudden rain becomes nothing more than a minor inconvenience rather than a reason to head back to shore. Passengers stay dry, equipment stays protected, and the journey continues regardless of what the weather decides to do. Water tank, some timber, and a craftsman who refuses to waste anything. Hope you enjoyed every bit of this build as much as Mustaqim enjoyed building it. Subscribe to Lord Gizmo to keep builds like this coming.